Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to take a look at an Amazon special. One of the gifts I got last Friday for Father's Day was a $50 Amazon gift card, and I spent way too much time looking around on Amazon. I was looking at Tamiya hop-ups. I was looking at finding the ever-elusive proper 2S pack that will fit in most Tamiya cars. I have one of the Gart pots, which I don't see on Amazon anymore. Those will work, but they can still be real fidgety to get in some of the buggies. I didn't find anything I liked enough, and as I was scrolling through multiple days, I kept running across this car, and it was normally $89, and they had it on special for, I think it was 44 and change, so with tax it came to like 48.21. Now the main reason that I got this scale should be pretty close to the Groms. It'll be a little bit smaller than the Minimax, but for $50, although I do not see it labeled on the box, in the description on Amazon it says it will go 50 kilometers an hour, which is like a little over 31 miles an hour. So I thought, can we really have about the same kind of fun with a $50 RC car that, you know, that I've been having with a $139, $149 Grom, or, you know, the same fun I've been having with a $250 Minimax. This one, the listing that I bought it from was Speedy Wheels, I think, but this looks basically the same as the JJRC C8805, I think. So without further ado, I'll pause the camera, we'll get everything out of the box, and we'll have a quick look. Alright, so first the instruction manual. They are just calling this rigid. Yeah, I remember them days. Anywho, most of this is in Chinese. There are some parts that are in English, but it's all basically, you know, setting up your car. One thing I thought was interesting, it shows how the shocks go together here on the top, but in the description it says oil-filled shocks provided you fill them with oil. So more than likely before the first run, I think I'll try filling the shocks. But there are spare parts listings in the back of the manual, and looking on Amazon, a lot of these are on Amazon, and I see that the turnaround time for all of those parts is 2 to 3 weeks, so obviously coming from China. You also get this little baggie. There's shock spacers in there, extra body clips. I like it when they put extra body clips in there. Tiny Phillips head screwdriver, and your basic USB slow charger. What's that say? 7.4 volt output. Yeah, I mean, it'll get you charged. It's going to take you longer if that's all you're using. This was just kicking around in the box. It's a 7.4 volt 1300 milliamp hour Li-ion battery. I wonder if there's one in the car or not. I don't remember thinking back on the listing if this came with two. I want to say that it did. Here is your transmitter, 2.4 gig. This one takes 3 AA cells, foam steering wheel, and the controller itself, you know, feels kind of cheap. It's about what I expected, but you do have steering trims, steering dual rates, steering reverse, and I noticed down here there is a switch for high, medium, and low. We'll have to check that out. And down here, channel 3, apparently you can adjust your headlights. So hang on, I'll get the car on the table. Pretty substantial 16 scale looking RC here. Kind of reminds me of my Hammer Ray that I no longer have. I sold that on, only ran it once or twice. Good car, just didn't run it much, and took up space. And a lot of things I notice the older I get, and I don't know if that's just me or if that's a lot of you guys feel the same way. I thought about tackling that subject in a totally different video. Maybe I will. These look like screw-in Phillips head. Looks like you could almost get a hex on there possibly. So it looks like these screw directly directly in, but that's kind of like what the Grom does as well. It is a functional spare tire on the back. Speaking of tires, these feel pretty rough, pretty stiff. You should get plenty of plenty of mileage out of these, but grip, I'm thinking probably not so much. But like I said, it says you can put oil on the shocks. They are plastic bodied. You do get the preload spacers that I showed you already, and we'll see if those hold oil. I see a little detailed cockpit, driver and his navigator in there, and there is plastic over the body that you got to remove. We'll do that before the first run. And like I said, I was really curious. For 50 bucks, actually under $50, am I going to have as much fun with this as I have with my Groms and my Minimax? We shall see. There's your 390 brush motor. There is a second battery inside the car. It's like a metal top deck, all Phillips headed. Is your 2-in-1 ESC receiver dealio, and yeah, they lied. That's a 5-wire servo. Not a huge deal, as I really don't ever upgrade these kind of cars. And lots of plastic all the way around. Although the arms feel pretty substantial. You do get a wheelie bar. Couple of metal bits here, but yeah, a lot of plastic. And I thought reading that description, you do have a metal center drive shaft. I want to say that this said that they were metal diffs. I'm really not feeling a 30-mile-an-hour speed claim. I could be very wrong. There is a brushless version that they do of this as well that is $99. The listing that I purchased this off of said that this one here will do 30 miles an hour out of the box. I tend to not believe that. So for my first run, I would like to strap my old mini GPS on there just to see. And for you guys that like to complain about the few speed runs that I do, yeah, I'm probably going to do it in my driveway because I got a good feeling this car will easily get up to speed within the confines of my driveway. I'm going to throw some batteries in the remote. We'll have a look at those lights. So here we go. Here's the lights. You've got two headlights. You've got a strip there on the top, and you also get, you see, yeah, strip of red ones here up in the back. Looks pretty cool. And I don't know, there's parts of this that feel kind of cheap, and there's parts that feel not so cheap. Without running this at all, for 50 bucks, I'm not feeling too bad. Let's check out that channel 3 on the radio. See what that does for the old lights here. Okay, guess you can have them blinking if that's your thing. And get a fast blink. Or you can shut them off. I could have sworn those instructions said you could have red ray, or could go with rings, but apparently not. Let's set this up here. You're gonna clear. You might not clear. That's better. Zoom it out a bit. Alright, so I want to put this in low, see what happens. Medium. And let's click that on over to high. Interesting. Interesting. Will that hit 30? It might. Not sure. But like I said, I kept running across this on Amazon, and I probably should have just gotten upgrades for other cars. But I kept coming back to this one, you know, for 50 bucks, less than 50 bucks delivered. I felt that I had to take a chance on it, and I wanted to find out if that speed claim of 30 miles an hour was actually going to be accurate or not. So yeah, I think that's about all I got to say about this one. I'll try and get some oil thrown into these shocks tonight. Let her set overnight, make sure nothing's leaking, and hopefully this has just been a not good spring into summertime, and just for a while now physically I've just not been feeling myself. I don't know how much of that's the weather. My sinuses just wreaking havoc with me. That's why I really haven't done any videos of me talking. Hopefully I don't sound too crappy on this one here, but man, I have just been feeling off, and that's something I thought I would touch, like I said earlier, on a different video maybe. But yeah, hopefully I'll get some oil in these shocks tonight. We'll get the battery or two charged up, and you know, here we went from winter to, hey, you know, you get 3 or 4 nice enough days without rain where you can open up the windows and let some fresh air into the house, right into heat warnings starting tomorrow noon. So my hope is to get this thing out for a run in the morning before it gets too nasty hot out. Guys, if you've stuck around in the video this long, I truly appreciate it. Thanks for joining me and taking a first look at this, we're going to call it the Rigid. Yeah, that's going to do it. Till next time, everybody, thanks for taking some time out of your day to check out my videos. Till next time, everyone, stay safe. We'll see you around.